I'm live. You son of a gun! Arrgh! I'm live. You no. Son of a gun! Why is the auto coming through? What's going on here? Why is the audio coming through? Why is the audio coming through? What's going on here? Something's seriously wrong here. Ah, there it is. Turn the audio off. How y'all doing? This is just weird. YouTube is so weird anymore. Can you see me? Can everybody see me? Can you guys see me? This is crazy. Doesn't seem to be working. Hello? I don't know what to do. Guys, I need confirmation. Can you guys see me? Because it's not showing up on here. Let's see. It's not even showing up on here. It's just a thumbnail. Do you guys see a video? I know the audio's working. I heard it was coming through. I'm just like, YouTube is driving me crazy. I'm so sick of YouTube. Unbelievable. YouTube. First they kicked me off. They said I had some kind of a complaint, and so they kicked off my first stream. It says I see. Okay, thanks, Mark. I appreciate that. I don't know why it's not working on here. Well, maybe it helps if you turn it on. Oh, there it goes. All right. Oh, okay. I guess it's working. YouTube said it couldn't start. It said the video was private. So YouTube is making no sense. If I go to the YouTube live streaming studio where it's where I'm supposed to go to check all my settings stuff, it says my video is private. I was like, what? That's why I was pounding the table again. Why is it private? All right, so it's working. Good deal. Thanks. Hey, how you guys all doing? Did you guys get a chance to watch that latest video of mine? I screwed up the drive. I am so sorry about that. I screwed up the drive, and it's because my wife couldn't come with me. She had to work that day. I tried to retrace the steps the best I could, and I just got confused and got lost, and I took the wrong turn, and I messed the whole test up. But, well, that's just the way I am. Let's see here. I have, check this out, guys. Boom! I got some new wheels and tires for my car since I made that video. Aren't they pretty? I actually bought used. They're used tires and wheels. The tires are from Korea. The wheels are from Nissan. I went to a used tire shop to replace the tires on my car. And he had some Nissan wheels lying around. They were kind of scuffed up, banged up. So I got all 4 wheels for $90. And the tires were dirt cheap. They're Korean tires, so they're $60 a pop. They're exactly the same size. They're 60-inch wheels with the, what were they on? Was it 255 R16s, I think there are. They're the same size tire, exactly the same size tires I had before. But I have noticed almost immediately there's a range drop. That's what you get when you buy cheap tires. They're not as low resistance as the original tires I had on it. So my range has dropped considerably with these new tires. But we're getting close to rainy season. I felt like the front tires were still in good shape because I had kind of recently rotated the tires. But my rear, for some reason, one tire in the rear left was on the edge. The outside edge was really getting bald, and so I thought, I better. This is my kid's carrier. I better put some new tires on, or good as new tires on it, to get ready for the rainy season, which I did. And these tires were basically brand new. They still had all the things sticking out on them, like new tires have and stuff. They're basically brand new tires, but they're Korean tires. So, like I said, your Leaf is the same color as my 2012. I love that color. I should have gotten black originally. Black looks good when it's all cleaned up. That's a great color for the Leaf. I like that color more than I used to have the gunmetal gray. I prefer this color more. I like this color. I got the gunmetal gray because they made a big deal about it being the exact same color as the Skyline. The Skyline's gray. I thought, oh, that'd be kind of cool. That same color as the Skyline. But I think black looks better on it. Personally, my least favorite color is the white. I don't like the white on it. And that light blue, the original blue that came with the Leaf originally, I didn't really care for that too much. But black and gray are definitely good colors, and like the dark red is still, I think it looks pretty good on it. Hey, yep, made it. Hey, old slow Jim, how you doing, buddy? Had a good talk with you yesterday. Thanks for talking with me. So also Jim, yesterday after I got done talking to him, I went out to towards Narita, and in Tomisato, there's this guy I know. He's close to my old farm I used to work at, and he sells used tires and wheels. And I got myself a set of new tires and wheels. I got the whole set for $300. They were I don't know where the wheels came from. They're off of some other Nissan car. I think they look pretty good on this car. But the tires are from Korea. I was just telling everybody, and I got what I paid for. My range went down. I think it's gonna be what I want to do now. What I want to do now is I want to repeat that test again that I tried to do last time. And this next time, I'll take my wife with me so I can stay on the right track. And I want to see just how bad the range is on these cheap tires. I was actually shocked. I thought it was going to be a lot of road noise. I did take it for a test drive yesterday after I got the tires and wheels put on. And I went to Tokyo after that. I took the highway to Tokyo. So I was going pretty good speeds. And it wasn't that bad. It was actually pretty quiet. I was like, wow, that's pretty impressive for such cheap Korean tires. But, they came out really good. I got some video Tokyo. I want to post a video. It's pretty cool looking. Oh, I was going to show you I think I have a picture of my car, too. Hang on a second. I'll show you what my car originally looked like, what the original tires looked like. Let's see here. Why do you have to, every time you want to do a picture, you have to title the dumb picture. Hey. See if I can find it. That's not it. That's not it. There it is. There she blows. Oh, and the picture is just gigantic. That's nice close-up of a cherry tree. Hang on, guys. Let me shrink that down. Wow, it's huge. Why does it come out so huge? It's going to take forever to shrink this thing down. There we go. So that's what my original tires and wheels looked like. They were steel wheels with funky hubcaps, which they weren't bad. I didn't mind because it was a used car. I got the car dirt cheap, so that's a good deal. And the tires were new at the time. So they were, I think, Toyo tires. I think these were Toyo tires originally. And as a matter of fact, I probably can blow up the tire. Let's see if I can blow up the tire. Take a look at it. What kind of tires are these? Can we make out the tires in this photo? Turn up the brightness. Oh, my brightness is all the way up. I don't know. With some special editing software, I could probably make out what kind of tires they are. I think they're Toyo tires. But, yeah, those are the old ones, and these are the new ones. I think it looks great. Poisonly. Anyways, I have some video of Tokyo. I went to Tokyo. And I went to Shibuya, the big Shibuya crossing. Let's see. Will it go now? Can I upload it to my desktop? It's not showing up. Is it? Oh, under movies. Ah, it's under movies. Got it. All right, let's try that. Hang on, I'm gonna put up the video. Oh, let me see what you guys are saying. I can't even see the chest right now. Looks good. Thanks, buddy. I like the way it looks. It's just the range that looks like it's suffering. So I really do want to repeat that test, that drive that I screwed up last time. But even though I screwed up the test, I think I proved still. Because coming home, it was just all hills, and because I started originally the original one, the original video, the numbers actually went down a little bit because I had them so high. I had like 13.4 kilometers per kilowatt hour, which is like over 8 miles to the kilowatt hour. It was ridiculous high. So it only could go down from there because I was going uphill. But because the car was still slowly climbing back up, the computer was slowly climbing back up after I got on the right course. That even though I was going uphill from that once, it's hard to explain, but I was going uphill to get to the last charge point in the video. Because it started at a lower number than the previous video, it managed to go up a little bit. So I think I proved that the car, I think it's definitely the tires. These 16-inch rims or wheels, these 16-inch wheels I had on the car originally were excellent, low resistant tires. I got to figure out the brand and the model number of them for you guys because, oh boy, my fans are kicking in. Hang on a second. You probably can hear that. All of a sudden my thing's going nuts. Yeah, I think it's the right one. Shibuya. Shibuya. Find the video now. There it is. Booyah. Shibuya. There's the video. It's huge though. Hang on. Why are my videos and pictures coming in so huge? I gotta readjust the size. Is that just OBS? That's how it works? Crappy software. Hang on, guys. It's still huge. Everything's still blowing up. Oh, we're getting closer. Oh, I think we're almost there. Is the audio on? Oh, I got to turn the audio off. Sorry about that. So that's Shibuya last night. That's the they call that the scramble, the main crossing. That's the famous area that's always in movies and stuff whenever they show Japan. And this is on a Saturday night around 8 p.m. It should just be packed wall-to-wall heads. Just like should be a sea of black heads, and it's pretty empty there. I was kind of shocked the amount of people that were there because it's not empty because of the virus necessarily. Oh, I said the bad word. I'll get demonetized for that. Oh gosh, I said the word that was not to be said. Anyways, it's because everything's closed. There's no stores open. There was only one Burger King and a Wendy's that was open. Everything else was closed. Not even McDonald's was open. So I just said the naughty word. Oh, I was gonna try to avoid that, so I wouldn't get demonetized. YouTube, you're so anal. So because of what I just said, I just ruined my video. All right. Well, anyways. So it's really jittery. This video is in 4K, and my OBS is having a hard time playing it. This is 4K video of downtown Shibuya. Yesterday night, 8 p.m. roughly, 8:30 maybe, I don't know. And I think I walk. I'm gonna walk across the street when the light turns green. It's pretty funny, because I mean it's almost impossible to walk across the street when it's a normal day. So many people crammed up, going across that thing. Wife has jumped me. Gotta go. Sorry. See you on rerun tonight. Thanks for checking in, I guess. Bye, buddy. Oh, slow Jim. He's in and out all the time. So, Mark, what do you think? What do you think of Tokyo? That's crazy. Mark, have you been to Tokyo? Just out of curiosity. How many people are watching right now? I don't even know. 2 people watching. That'd be you and me actually. I'm using my Tokyo Bear account to watch the chat. So Mark, it's just you and me, buddy. I was gonna show this video, but it's not working out. I'm gonna turn the video off. Turn off this. Hey, I'm back. There I am. So anyways, that was the fun stuff. I thought I'd get a little more serious and talk about, let's see here. Let's see. I'm gonna make the thing go crazy here for a second. Let's see, I gotta do something here. Put this on desktop too. Go full screen. And, yeah, okay. Alright. I'm gonna turn my display capture here. Hang on. You haven't been to Tokyo. Okay. Well, it's an interesting place. It's usually just packed wall to wall. Right now it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice to walk around. All you see are rats. I'm not making that up, unfortunately. When I was walking with my daughter, there was a rat that ran across the street and then down into a sewage drain. Right on the main street. It's like, okay. It was a cute little rat. It wasn't very big. Anyways, let's go into this. I'm going to turn on display capture. So hang on. The screen's going to go nuts here for a second. Maybe not. That's not it. Oh, there we go. All right, so the screen's going nuts. Boom, boom. There we go. So, why is that playing? Oh, this is like... I'm watching on my iPad, sorry. There we go. Okay, you guys are catching up. All right, so the latest news from Tesla, we got a couple stories. One of them is Elon Musk is threatening to move headquarters out of California following some shelter-in-place rules. He's dying to open up his factories again, start producing cars again, and they just extended California just extended the shutdown, and so he's upset, and it's kind of funny. Because just out of curiosity, I went over to Reddit, and that was just a big mistake. Oh, gosh. Reddit is just hell. It's a cesspool of hell. I would never recommend anybody going to Reddit. But sure enough, all the Reddit, I don't know what you want to call them, self-righteous, perfect people, were just having a fit that Elon Musk was, they had to mention he's a rich man and everything and having a fit about it not being able to open his factory again. And, he has a different opinion. You have a different opinion does not make you worse or less than another person. Just because your opinion is different than another person doesn't make your opinion superior. And that's how Reddit people think. They think their opinion is the superior opinion. If you have a different one, then they just shame you. And they're trying to shame Elon Musk. To me, he kind of earned a few points in my book. Because he's not going along with the rest of the society. He's like doing his own thing. I was like, good for you, man. I mean, he's doing his own thing, and he's just thinking about his company, he's thinking about his employees, he's thinking about the customers. That's how I feel. And he got one thing right there. I was impressed with that. And so I just wanted to mention that. I think we all know about that one, but I think the most popular story floating around out there is this one. So it says, Tesla Cybertruck production possibly pulled forward. Elon Musk, what is going on? Come on. My browser's not working on this thing. I give up. Switch over to this. Unbelievable. There we go. Okay. I can't believe Elon can afford to move to Nevada or Texas. I know. I mean, but actually, when you think about it, they have over 600,000. Um, they have over 600,000 pre-orders of the Tesla Cybertruck, and so you multiply that by $100 per pre-order, and the number is staggering. Just that alone. Not to mention what a pre-order is for the Roadster and all that other stuff they've got going on. So I'll just say 600. It's actually over 600,000 pre-orders now, times $100. That's $60 million there alone. Now that's not including the fact that in Japan we have to pay $150 to pre-order, and other countries are not. Some other countries are not $100. Some other countries have to pay more as well. So it's even higher than that. You know, it's ridiculous the amount of money he made from that. So maybe all the spare change lying around, plus his stock is doing excellent right now. Maybe he can afford to. Yeah, it's crazy he can afford to move there. I mean, I think it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I saw that Kansas made a promo video to him saying, "Come on over here." You know, they're like, "Yeah, we could use that extra tax revenue." So yeah, I think he's putting the, you know, and it's no different than what Steve Jobs did when Steve Jobs wanted to build his new headquarters that looks like a spaceship, the flying saucer headquarters. When he was showing the plan to the city, some greedy people in the city said, "What are you going to give to us for that? What are you going to give to us? What are you going to give us? Are you going to give us free internet for everybody?" And he says, "I'm going to give you the jobs that are currently available, plus some more when I get the new headquarters built. You'll have new jobs for building the headquarters, and you also, with the bigger headquarters, I can employ even more people. I'm going to give you that. Or I could just go outside and find another state that will take me without trying to bribe me." Remember, this is towards the end of he was very ill at this point, and he had a hard time just doing the presentation to the city board. And it was also a public meeting. They had it on. It was televised and everything. And he was just not having it. It was hilarious, the answer he gave him. And they're like, no, it's okay. That's awesome. We're fine. We don't need more free stuff. And it was hilarious because he's like, I'm not having it. I've given you guys so much, you know. And cities too tend to get greedy. I mean, we know how they get greedy. They get greedy with us, you know, peasant taxpayers. You know, you can only imagine what a $1 billion company, what they do with a $1 billion company. They're just constantly harassing them for free stuff, more revenue. And so Steve, he's like, "I can build this somewhere else, guys," and they immediately back down. And I think that's what's going on with Elon Musk. Oh my gosh, hang on, guys, I just realized why does it do that? Hang on, I gotta turn this off for a second. No, wait. I'm sorry, guys. Hang on. How do I do it? I'm gonna have to. Is that gonna work like that? Oh, there we go. I'm getting somewhere. I didn't realize everything's oversized. Let me hide this. No point seeing that, guys. You get to see my desktop. All right, now you'll be able to see more of the story, probably. Okay, so yeah, so I think it's okay what he did. I don't see why anybody's getting upset or what's the term, butthurt to you know, for, I don't know why they're doing that. I mean, the guy's he's doing what he wants to do. He's doing what he needs to do, and then the next story is it made huge news over here with around the internet with his latest appearance on the Joe Rogan Experience, number 1470. He was on there. Joe asked him about certain things. And it turns out the Roadster is going to be delayed. It was supposed to come out in 2020, and now it looks like it won't be out till 2022. Could be later even. And Musk's excuse, as actually I think it's a fair, decent excuse. He says, "I have way more pre-orders of the Cybertruck than this 1%er car, this ridiculously expensive 1%er car. And he says, of course, I want to make the car, but I've got a lot of interest in that Cybertruck. So he's pushing up the Cybertruck, and he's planning on having it released by 2021 now. So he's switched spots with the Roadster. Now Cybertruck's going to get precedence over the Roadster, and it sounds like he's planning on building a place in Texas to build the Cybertrucks, which impressive, very impressive. And that's kind of cool because keep in mind, I am a pre-order of the Cybertruck. Now I still don't see it. I don't see me getting it anytime soon because we don't even have the Y. You can't even order the Y. Like Ys are starting to be delivered in America. We can't even pre-order it yet over here. You can't even order the Y. The 3's just become available, and the base Model 3 over here is $60,000 for the cheapest 3. So it's going to be a while until I see the Tesla Cybertruck over here. It won't be till 2023 probably for me, or 4, depending on how much he delays in America. Like if it really does start pumping out in 2021, then probably 2023 I'll see the Cybertruck over here. But if he doesn't get it pumping out until 2022, then it'll be like 2024 before I see a Cybertruck over here. And who knows? I think I pre-ordered 3 days after the launch, and by 1 day after the launch, they were over in the 100,000s of, you were like number 150,000 on the list, right? So I'm buried in there. I'm probably in the 300,000 range or more. So I don't know when I'll see that Cybertruck. It's ridiculous, the pre-orders on that thing. So, but that's that's pretty cool. I think there's a story here. Elon Musk hints at Tesla Roadster being delayed to 2022. Yeah. And I mean, that's a nice looking car. It's a beautiful car. And it's got some really wild specs. In fact, Elon's now saying that the production model is going to even have more impressive numbers than the prototype, just like on all the other cars he's ever done. It tends to be when they get closer to the production model, the numbers even get better. And so he's saying the range and the speed and everything is going to be better on the production Roadster than that prototype they had. So that's good to hear. But like I said, he put it on the back burner for now to get the Cybertruck out. Cybertruck has been shrunk. Looks like he's going to decrease its size by 3% or something like that. And he's changed the lines on it. It looks a little bit more streamlined now. But I'm hoping it won't affect the bed size. Only time will tell about that. But there's rumors that he's actually going to put a water distiller in the truck, which is freaking awesome. I've actually been wanting to distill water. You can't buy distilled water in Japan. Nobody sells it. So I was thinking about buying a distiller myself to distill my water. I like drinking distilled water once in a while to help clean out the heavy metals and stuff. You don't want to do it for very long because distilled water pulls all the minerals out of your system pretty much. So you don't want to do it very long. And also while you're doing it, there's certain seasonings you want to use. Like you want to use like Himalayan salt helps replace the stuff that gets pulled out by the water. But yeah, I want to distill water, and it's like $600 for a distiller over here. And it sounds like he's really thinking seriously about putting a water distiller in the truck. He already has a very powerful, I can't remember the power on it, but it's much more powerful than my van had, inverter. He has a air compressor that you're going to have access to. And now he's thinking about putting a water distiller in the truck. He's trying to make that truck like, a fully usable, what do they call it? HVAC or something like that. And so he's working hard on that. It's going to be like a really nice camping vehicle, something you can take out and like pull some water out of a nearby river and distill it and stuff. It's going to be really cool. So that's kind of, I hope that does come true. I hope that comes to fruition, his plans on that, because that would be awesome. Well, he's not going to move the factory equipment. I mean, unless he's still building I think the way story goes on the Texas thing, he's got also Germany. He just bought how many hectares of land out in Germany. He's going to start building a gigafactory out there as well. And Texas, I think, is going to get a gigafactory anyways. He's going to just build a new gigafactory out there in Texas. It sounds like. and then he's just threatening to move. I don't think I think it's kind of an empty threat. He's just saying, come on, guys, give me a break here. He's got a lot of things to deal with. He's still a fairly new company. He's doing really well for himself. He doesn't really. He's getting off the government's teat, so to say. His company's able to stand on its own 2 feet pretty much. But he's so new. Something like this, if he's forced on a break for too long, it could really do damage. Even though his stock is doing great right now, it could do damage, and he might have to. It could affect everybody, from employees to customers waiting for their vehicles down the line. So he's doing everything he can to get the production going again. And so it's just interesting. He's got a lot of people upset about it. It's like, I get where he's coming from. I'm not upset. He just has it, he's whatever. It's just that's his prerogative. I don't think he's a terrible person for wanting to do that. He has a lot of YouTubers that want at least 1 or 2 roasters. That's probably another reason why he's like, it's not important. It's like, it is a 1% car, and most of the roasters are from these, like you said, Mark, they're freebies. He's like, he's not in a hurry to give out freebies to these YouTubers that cheat, kind of. I think it's a real scummy move. You become a big YouTuber, and you just get your fans to purchase a lot of people out there are buying the 3s and the Ys on their own anyways. So these big YouTubers say, hey, while you're out there, while you're buying that car, don't forget to mention me, and you'll get free charging for $1,500 worth of charging. Hey, cool, right? But little do those people know when they're buying that car and putting that guy's thing in, they're also getting him qualified for a free roadster down the line. I mean, that's what these big YouTubers are for. They're not trying to save a few bucks on charging. These guys are so big they don't even worry about the cost of charging. It's just they're just trying to get freebies, and so I think Elon's like, you guys can wait. I think it is. I think you're right, Mark. I didn't even think about that until you said something. It's like, I'm wondering if there's a little bit of that in there. Like Elon's like, you guys can wait. You're not going to pay for your own car? You guys can wait. It might be. Hi, I love your finally on your last video. Love your finally on the finale. Oh, thanks, Gills. You like that ending? It was tongue in cheek, Gills. I was just joking. There wasn't that many people giving me bad time about it. There weren't anybody really saying you're a liar. Anyways, the whole thing was kind of a running joke, kind of. But I really was curious if I could repeat the numbers, and that's why I was so angry at myself, because it's an all-day thing to do that test, right? To recreate the drive, right? It's an all-day event, and in like towards the end is when I make the wrong turns. It's like, are you kidding me? I was like 30 kilometers away from base. I was 30 kilometers away from reaching where I needed to go to show the numbers. Oh, no. Perfect timing on that. Sorry about that, guys. Are we still live? I gotta check. Oh, boy. Gotta turn off my screen. Right? There we go. Am I live? Oh, boy. It says private still. Okay, it looks like it's still live. Okay. Phew. Oh, boy, that was close. Let's see. Bjorn says he has more free charging than he'll ever use. I respect that, and that's cool. That's pretty cool. I have a Cybertruck myself pre-ordered. I don't give out my whatever you're supposed to give out, some kind of number. I don't give it out very often because I always forget. But if anybody out there is planning on buying a Y or a 3 in the near future, or maybe ordering a Cybertruck, I don't know who would want to order Cybertruck. You'd have to wait 10 years. They're so back ordered. It's probably a 10-year wait now for anybody pre-orders now. But if anybody's interested in buying a Tesla in the near future, please use my code so we can both get some free charging, because I'm gonna need some of that free charging too, because the The monthly payments on that truck are gonna kill me. A Model 3, a base Model 3 over here is over $60,000 after tax and licensing and everything. The base, the $35,000, the cheapest base one, and that doesn't come with, you don't get any LTE. There's no Wi-Fi in it. There's no internet in it. It's the very base, and it's 65,000 roughly. So I can only imagine what the Cybertruck's going to cost me. I'm starting to save money right now for it. I'm trying to put some money away every month for it because I still think I have like 3 to 4 years before it'll be available for me to get mine. So it gives me some time to save up for it. And I worked it out, calculated it out. With what I'm putting away every month, by the time the truck probably will be available, I'm going to have only maybe a $10,000 to be able to put down towards it. I'm still gonna have these ridiculous payments, these monthly payments on this car. So I'll need all the free charge I can get. Because charging is kind of expensive over here. Like on the big battery cars, like a Model S, to charge it to 80% over here is $20 roughly. And you don't even get level 3 charging over here. They can't do it. Tokyo government will not allow Tesla to do very powerful charging. They're very strict about it. And that's why they can't charge by the kilowatt hour. And the Tokyo government's really weird. You have to charge by the minute. So they go in 10-minute blocks over here. But, yeah. Yeah. So I was talking about... Okay, thanks, Gil. I was talking about earlier, I was doing a test mainly for myself to see if I could repeat it, and I screwed it all up. I'm so pissed off. Now I got new wheels and tires for my car, so I'm really curious. Let me put that tire, that's old-time new wheels. Put that picture up. I got new wheels and tires for my car now, and they were very cheap. I bought Korean tires, and almost immediately I could feel the difference. I don't think I have near the range as the original tires that were on this car when I got it. So I want to do that test again. I want to do that drive again and just see how big is the difference, with these new tires. I think it's going to be pretty bad. It should be interesting to see. But I needed the tires. We're getting close to rainy season. I use this to carry the kids. This is not really a school bus, but I do use it. We use 2 vehicles right now. I don't have my school bus anymore, so I use 2 vehicles to take to bus kids home, back and forth from home, and also when we go to parks and stuff. So I wanted some safe tires on it, and I don't know if they're safe, but they're probably better than the tires I had on it originally. The tires that I had on it originally, the front tires were pretty good because I rotated them, so the tread was fine on them, and the rear tires were okay, except for some reason the left rear tire on the outside was getting pretty bald. The middle of it and the inside, plenty of tread, but just on the outside edge on one tire, it was getting pretty bald for some reason. I don't know why. And I just felt like, okay, I'll just get some new tires because I found a good deal. I bought them used. These are used wheels. I got the wheels, the set of 4 for $90. They came off some other Nissan, so that's why I like them because they have the Nissan covers on. Covers the lug nuts with the Nissan on them. I think that was pretty cool. And the tires are they're basically new tires from Korea. I think they were used maybe like for a couple days. They have all the things on them. This guy gets a lot of his tires from wrecked cars that have been wrecked in Japan and stuff. And so these tires probably were on a fairly new car that got wrecked. And so these tires are like practically brand new, but they are cheap Korean tires. I only paid $60 a pop for the tire. So I got the tires and wheels for $300 roughly. Really cheap, and I can feel it though. You get what you pay for. You really do. The range is, I think, is not quite the same. So today I was gonna do it today, but you can tell maybe you can't see out the window so well. The weather is really bad. Not only is it really, really strong winds, but a lot of rain. It just wouldn't be a good test today. And I don't think I'll be videotaping the next video. I won't make a video of it, but I am still curious to see what the car does. I'll let you guys know. I'll give you an update on my next live stream to let you know how the car handled that trip and just how different is the range on these tires. And now that I've found out these tires I had on it before were so efficient, energy efficient, very low, what do we call it? Abby, stop. Can't think. Very low resistance tires. I'll try to find out the make and model number of these tires. So If any of you guys out there, because they're really good. Well, they're 16-inch tires. I got the exact same size tires and wheels as the previous car, or I mean the previous tires and wheels. They're 16-inch. But like I said, these are just cheaper Korean tires. So they're low noise. I'm really impressed. I took it on the highway yesterday, going pretty good speeds, and the noise was not bad at all. It was a very quiet ride, actually. It was really beautiful at night. It was a nice evening. It was like 18 degrees outside, centigrade. So I had the windows down, driving around Tokyo, and you couldn't hear any road noise. I mean, the car was dead silent. It was awesome. It was really cool. So you could just hear everything going on around Tokyo and stuff. That was pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know what's going on. Will it fit in Japan streets? The Cybertruck, I think it will, because Elon's shrinking it down a little bit for Europe. He's trying to make it a little bit more manageable for Europeans. So it's going to be a little smaller. I don't know how it's going to affect the truck bed. I hope it keeps the same size truck bed. Otherwise, that Cyber Quad is not going to fit. But I want a 6-foot truck bed on that thing. But he is shrinking it down a little bit. He's already updated he did an update on the streamlined it on the looks, and he's changed the center line on it, and he's also changed the windows and stuff a little bit, and it looks even more streamlined. It's pretty sexy looking. It's even better looking than before. It's not as blocky. It's looking good. The news is good on the Cybertruck. It will fit. I see a lot of F-150s over here, some Tacomas, and Tacomas are not small, and they usually have them on the jacked up suspensions and stuff, and I see them all over the place. They drive those trucks are just as big, as that Tesla Cybertruck, and they go all over the place around here. Of course, there are certain streets you can't go, but there's certain streets where I had Japanese cars that couldn't go down certain streets where it's strictly for the K cars, for the little 660cc engine cars. There's streets like that, but even the regular standard Japanese cars can't go down those streets anyway. So you just have to know what streets to avoid. I kind of know because I've been living here long enough, so it'll work okay. I hate per minute charging. Yeah, me too, Mark. I agree. I think it should be kilowatt, but it's against the law over here. The government won't even allow it. I don't know. It was snowing today. Jeez, I keep forgetting where you are, Gills. You're up in Norway, right? Yeah, it's snowing. Spring hasn't sprung yet over in Norway, it looks like. Is it Norway you're from? I think he's Norway. I think he's Norwegian. Or is he from the Netherlands? Well, I guess Norway's part of it. I'm trying to say, not Netherlands. Is he from Finland? No, you're Norwegian, right, Gills? You're Norwegian. I'm sure of it. So it's still snowing over there. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. Well, if you buy a Cybertruck, you're gonna want the 4-wheel drive. I only pre-ordered the rear drive. Can you imagine? I could never afford the dual motor over here. A rear motor over here is gonna be like $70,000 for the rear motor. The 2-wheel drive Cybertruck, the cheapest Cybertruck, is gonna be $70,000 in this country because of stupid markup. Oh, you're Quebec. Oh, I'm sorry. You're Quebec. Oh, okay. Yeah, Quebec is. Quebec hasn't gotten spring yet? Jeez Louise. Sorry to hear that. So it's pretty cold over there. We're having rain today. It's been really nice weather lately, though. Like, tomorrow's going to be 26 for a high in centigrade. And yesterday was 23 for a high. It got a little rainy last night when I was on the way over to Tokyo. But by the time I got to Tokyo, the rain had stopped. It was kind of wet streets, but it was kind of cool looking at night with the lights reflecting off the streets like that. Some places have kilowatt hour in the USA, but most are per minute. Yeah. Yeah, when I was using the Bolt, I think I was using, I can't remember the name of the charge place I was using, but when I was charging the Bolt, I think it was per minute. Come to think of it, you're right. So let me switch back, turn this picture off. Quiet, dogs. So yeah, there's a few things I want to talk about. I want to talk about the Cybertruck's production being moved in front of the Roadster, which I think is awesome. I think that's really good, and I think that's that just shows that Elon does care about his customer base, because there's definitely the majority of customers are not the Roadster. The Roadster is strictly a 1%er, and like Mark pointed out, probably most of those pre-orders are from people who just got it for free, YouTubers and stuff. So that's why Elon's like, yeah, I can wait. It's okay. The Cybertruck is ridiculous on the pre-orders. He's getting way behind. Every year he doesn't make that truck. He's getting close to 1 million pre-orders of the Cybertruck. With 1 million pre-orders, I don't know how many factories he's going to use to build the truck, but if he doesn't have at least 3 factories building a truck within a couple of years, he'll never get caught up. There's going to be people waiting 10 years for a truck, probably, because he's never had like a really good production rate. The Y, I think, no, the 3 and the Y look like they're doing the best for production right now, and it's still those numbers. The numbers he's putting out in the 3 and the Y, if you had to make like 1 million of those vehicles, it would take forever. So it's gonna be interesting. Ove, hello Ove from Sweden, working, listening to you. Oh, you're working today. It's isn't it Sunday? It's either Sunday or Saturday for you. I thought you have to work today. Sorry to hear that. I guess maybe you like to work. I like working, so I shouldn't say sorry. Some people like to work. I like to work. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening, Ove. Just talking about Tesla, all the Tesla news. The Cybertruck with the dimensions changing 3%. It's going to be 3% smaller than the original, what do you call it, the prototype that he unveiled. And he's also changed the lines of the truck. They look really good. In fact, I have let me see if I can find it. I have a homepage for that. Let me see. Where is it? Ha ha ha. Hang on, guys. Buried in my. Why doesn't it just show up? It just show up. I just saved it to my bookmarks. I just saved it in my bookmarks. It doesn't show up. Of course it doesn't. Hang on, guys. Bear with me for a second here. No. Raising backyard chicken, no, we're not looking at that. No. Where is it? I just became a member of it. It's Cybertruck Owners Forum or something like that. And they have some pretty cool information there. You should go there. I'm trying to find it so I can give you the homepage. It's pretty cool. Ugh. Why isn't it showing up? All right, let me try it this way. I'll search. Tesla Cybertruck forum. There it is. All right. So the homepage is called cybertruckownersclub.com. So cybertruckownersclub.com. Check it out. It's pretty cool. Yes, I'll allow that. So there, Jay Leno's garage. Jay Leno was recently spotted in the new model, in the updated version of Cybertruck with Elon Musk, and they've even changed the interior a bit. The interior has the faux leather. It's not fabric anymore, so people are kind of excited about that. It's a little bit different looking vehicle. I didn't see. They don't have enough They didn't get enough screenshots from the leaked pictures or video of them filming the episode of Jay Leno's garage on NBC. So I don't know if it still has that yoke-looking steering wheel or if it's gone to a regular standard round steering wheel. We'll have to wait and see on that. I can I'll turn on the screen sharing again. Video capture, screen display capture. Turn off this. Woo. And there it is. Cybertruck Owners Club. And hey, I'm a member. Let me log in real quick. Oh geez. I just showed my password. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Somebody can go check it out now. Let me turn off this thing for a second. That's funny. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh gosh. Oh, it doesn't. Okay, good. It doesn't show the password. It just shows my username. I'll let you know my username. My username is Tokyo Bear, and that's fine. If you see Tokyo Bear, that's me. That's my account on Cybertruck Owners Club. Okay, it didn't show the password. Okay, so that's funny. Let me I mean, that was hilarious. Oh yeah, go here. There you go. Now you see, I'm Tokyo Bear. Tokyo Bear, that's me. If you see Tokyo Bear, that's me. I'm on Cybertruck Owners Club. Check out this homepage; it's very interesting. So you can, I guess they got some. Jalen did a podcast as well, and he talks about the Cybertruck and some of the stuff. And if you watch the preview here, you can actually see Cybertruck's going to show up in this preview.
It's an all-new season of Jay Leno's Garage. I'm
There you go.
What is the point of this? And it could be our best one yet.
It could be. Don't know yet. Not sure
We're
about that.
definitely pulling out all the stops. Ow! Just my pants. Yeah, but my ass is bigger. More wheels.
They're going to show the quad too. They're going to have the quad showing, and they're going to have Cybertruck showing. It's going to be pretty sweet. So anyways, there you go. So that's going to be pretty cool to see that show. I'm looking forward to seeing the new Jay Leno's Garage show. That'll be pretty cool. I'll let you guys catch up. Interesting. I was reading your guys' comments here. It's pretty fascinating. So Mark and Gills are talking about a guy named Ian on Tesla Owners Online. I guess it's another homepage for Tesla people. And there's this guy from Montreal, in Montreal, and he does a podcast. So anybody interested in Ian from Montreal, he does a podcast. Mark likes to listen to that, so just heads up to you guys on that one. So yeah, I think that's gonna be fun to watch Jay Leno and do the episode of Cybertruck, and they're gonna pull. We might get even a closer look at the quad. Elon was so upset with the broken windows on the unveiling. He went over he didn't really touch on the cyber quad too much. So I'm kind of excited to hear about that too. So. Yeah. So there you go. There you go, guys. Cool. All right. Let me turn by finger. Oh, there we go. All right. So, anything else? He seems like a great guy. He is my favorite of the 3 on the podcast. What podcast? I guess the podcast is from Tesla's Owners Online. Okay, the podcast name is Tesla Owners Online. Okay. Well, I'm going to look that up right now, as a matter of fact, because I like interesting podcasts. What am I? I'm, whatever. I'm subscribed to Ride the Lightning, unofficial Tesla podcast. And that's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good podcast. Let me see if I can find what you guys are talking about. His is called James, Ian, and Trevor drove across Canada in 3 days from BC to Halifax. Wow. In what? In a Model 3 or a Model S or what? Cool. Tesla Owners Online. Let's see. Tesla Owners Online podcast. That must be what he's talking about. I will subscribe to that. How do you do that? Subscribe. Boom. Okay, I've subscribed to that. I will check out that podcast myself later on today, guys. Because that sounds good. I'd like to hear about that. Also, Model 3. Thanks, Mark. Model 3. Model 3 did that. Cool. That's really good. Ian knows Ian, Ian know it tires and do rallies. Huh? Ian knows tires and do rallies. Ian Snow tire? No, Ian Snow is no. I'm not sure what Gil's saying. Ian knows his tires and do rallies. Oh, Ian knows his tires? Yeah. Yeah, with EVs, it's really important to have the right set of tires, I'm finding out. Those tires I had, the tires that came with the used car, they were brand new when I got the car last year from the used car dealership. They put the tires on, and they knew what they were doing. They put a really good low resistance tire, so that's why the car always from the very beginning had incredible range compared to my original Leaf with the OEM tires on it. But they didn't last long. These tires I got, and you guys know me. I don't really drive that hard. I drive pretty carefully because I want to eke out as much range as possible, so I don't have to charge very often. And those tires lasted a year, almost a year and a half max. I could have held on to them until end of summer, I'm sure, but they would have had to be replaced sometime soon. So, and they're a brand name. They're a Japanese brand tire. So they're not going to be $60 a pop, and you only get like a year and a half of use out of them. That's kind of expensive, but at the same time, you do get a lot of range out of those tires. So once again, I will find out the make and model of those, and I will get that information to you guys as soon as I can. Ian works for a tire and wheel company. There it is! Thank you, Mark. So I need to talk to Ian. He probably even knows a better brand. I bet you he even knows a better brand for Tesla and for Leaf. Sorry, my brain. Tesla and Leaf. Like, can you imagine? They say that Cybertruck with those big ass knobby tires, or they're not big, but they're actually 14-inch rims, I think. But those big knobby tires on the Cybertruck, it could get like on a single motor 250 miles of range, and Tesla's usually their numbers are closer than Nissan on range on electric cars, and so it's going to be really close to 250 miles of range with those big knobby tires. Can you imagine if you dared to just put like a normal tire on that truck? I know it would look kind of funny, but if you put a normal tire with like some normal tread, like a low resistance tread, you could probably get another 50 kilometers of range out of that thing with just the tires, because it does make a huge deal with electric cars, the kind of tire you have. I'm sure gasoline cars too, but people don't really pay attention, do they? Like my inbox, I pay attention to stuff on inbox. My inbox's range is about the same as a 40 kilowatt hour lease range. I get at the most 280 kilometers out of a tank of gas on that car. Not a lot of range on that. It's just got a really teeny gas tank. And the fact that car's four-wheel drive, they did a weird design. I actually saw it lift up on a jack, and the drive shaft goes right over the tank. And so what they did is the tank gets split in half, kind of. It's like this, and it thins out, goes up, so the drive shaft can go through the middle, and so it's got this part where no gas, so the tank's kind of separated on each side. And it's very small. Like the big side is about this big of a tank. The smaller side is like this. It's like this long. So you got this bigger side, and you got this teenier side. And it's trippy how the tank is it's a very teeny tank on that car. And so I get about 280, 290 kilometers max of range on one tank of gas on that car. And I bet you if I found low resistance tires for that, it would help a lot. Those are just standard OEM tires, and they're good tires. They're brand name tires. But I bet you I could even improve the range on that gasoline car if I found some nice low resistance tires to that car. That car actually has big rims. That car has like 15-inch rims on it. It's like almost the same size rim as my Leaf's tires, which is insane for a little K car. So, he goes by Mad Hungarian on Twitter. I just opened up a Twitter account so I could follow Carlos. I've been following Carlos for a while. Hang on. What do we got? Oh, Jim sent me messages. Sorry about jumping off at the phone off on the wall. Okay. I'm only using mine. Okay, I see. Let's see. I forgot what I was going to do. Twitter. I just opened up a Twitter account just so I can follow. I just follow one person going Gone. The guy's hilarious. There's a guy from, I think it's called Live Wire or something like that. He was a big internet guy over here about 10 years ago, 8 to 10 years ago, and he got arrested for tax fraud or tax evasion, I think. And it wasn't even him. He had such a big internet company, and he was one of the richest people in Japan at the time. He had other people working for him, and these other people, granted, he was a CEO, so he should have been aware. That's why the government said, no, there's no excuse. He should have been aware. He wasn't aware what was going on, and they were doing some shady stuff. But he never got a fair trial either. And so he went and visited Musk over in Lebanon after Musk escaped. And it was funny watching those two talk because the guy's English was terrible. Not Musk. Musk's English was pretty good. But the Japanese guy, he didn't bring a translator with him. He went by himself over to Lebanon. It was a really hard trip. And he set up his little camera to do a video. And they were talking, and it was painful to watch. It's kind of cringy because Musk would say something, and the Japanese guy would just say the same thing, and Musk was like, I know, I just said that. But he didn't understand him. He didn't understand what Musk was saying, so that's why he tended to repeat a lot of stuff. But it was interesting. So the guy and Musk were talking about Japan and their legal system, and it's atrocious. It's horrid. It's horrid how it works. And so it really did back up everything I was saying. And I wasn't aware of that part of what they were talking about with the power that the what do they call it? Not attorney general, but prosecutor. The prosecutor's power in Japan it's more powerful than the judge. The prosecutor has more power than the judge in this country, and it has to go back to post World War II days when Japan was being occupied and they were rewriting the Constitution. And they were basing the Constitution on the America's Constitution. And as a matter of fact, Japan has got probably a closer Constitution to the American Constitution than we do anymore, because Japan is they're the only country with the most original unabridged Constitution in the world to this point. They haven't done any kind of amendments to it since it was made. Versus America has been tons of amendments on it. But the Japanese Constitution was based on our Constitution. There's no amendments to it, so it's very similar to our Constitution. However, one part wasn't the same is how they do the justice system, and the reason why is while they were being occupied by the Allies, there was some kind of corruption going on, and the prosecutor caught it and nailed it in the bud. And I think it was on the American side. There was some shady under the table money going through, a business going through the government, and the prosecutor caught it. And the Japanese people were so happy about it, they gave the prosecutor, when they were this is what Gon and this is what that Japanese guy were explaining it, how they were explaining it. They gave the prosecutor special powers. And then just recently, this year, the prosecutor got even more extended powers, so now he's even more powerful than he was before, and which was ridiculous. It was too much, they went overboard, and he's got so much power, nobody can go against him. And if he's got a vendetta for you, or and there was definitely favoritism with the prosecutor. He was getting paid, he was getting money, it looks like, from Nissan, because Nissan wanted Gon out because they were not happy with the direction Gon was taking the company. And so he just, that prosecutor had a bug up his butt, and there was nothing to stop him. And Gon was not going to get a fair trial. And this Live Door guy, whatever his name is, I don't know if it's Live Door, but this guy from Japan that had his own company, he's vouching for Elon. He's like, yeah, you would not. I didn't. I had to do my time. There is no fair trial in this country. And that guy now, because of what happened to him back, a few years ago, he's now doing everything he can to change the system. He goes and he goes to Parliament a lot and talks to the government and the Parliament members and begs them to make changes and ratify and stuff. He's like, this isn't good. You're not. Japan is the only country in the world with this kind of legal system, government system, or judicial system. The only kind of judicial system in the world. No other country does this. You have to prove your innocence. it's not, we're innocent until proven guilty in pretty much every other country. Even Lebanon has that rule, innocent until proven guilty. But over here in Japan, you're guilty until proven innocent. You have to prove your innocence. It's a very different system, and proving your innocence is almost impossible because the judges are too scared of the prosecutor. They won't go against the prosecutor, so you don't have a chance. That's why they have a 98% conviction rate, 99% conviction rate. And so anyways, I started following. Long story short, that's why I follow Go now. Because he's trying to do what he can to help the American. It's still American, remember? Gon and an American guy, I can't remember the guy's name, were both arrested. The American guy has a messed up, really bad back. His neck was all messed up. And he's in bad shape. He's almost paralyzed. And he's still in prison. They haven't even done his trial yet. He can't even get a fair trial, but he can't even get the trial going. So it's really a mess for him. He loves to answer questions about tires. Cool, Mark. Thanks, buddy. I will totally ask him. So his name is Hungarian. Mad Hungarian on Twitter. So I'm going to look for him right now. How do you look? I don't even use Twitter. I'm not a... You know me. I'm not a social media guy. Mad Hungarian. Follow. Yeah, it's got to be him. It's a Tesla. A picture of a Tesla's rear end there. All right. I am definitely going to ask him a question. He's not too busy. He'll actually see my question. Some people's channel, some people's Twitter accounts are so big that they don't even see your question. It just gets buried. So he'll see it. That'll be cool. Awesome. I will ask him that. That's going to be really good. And as a matter of fact, right now, while I'm talking to you guys, I think I can dig up the picture of my original Leaf and maybe zoom into it and get the make and model. I mean, I think the make's Toyo. If it's not Toyo, they're Yokohamas, but I think it's Toyo tires. Let me see here. Let's see. Cool. Yeah, tires they're everything especially to a Leaf with a car. To a car that only has a 24 kilowatt-hour battery. That's everything. Dude, guys, you saw the range I was getting on an 80% charge. I was going over 100 miles with my brand new Leaf. When it was brand spanking new, I was proud of myself. If I get close to 100 miles, like I got about 160, sometimes 170 kilometers when it was brand new. But by the time I was trading it in on an 80% charge, I was getting like 140, 150 kilometers on an 80% charge. Partially it was because of 17-inch. They were low-profile 17-inch, the OEM tires. Michelin's, they were good tires, but they weren't as low. They weren't a very low resistance. They had a lot of friction. It felt like these tires actually didn't do too bad in the rain. They didn't slip. These tires we had on it originally. I'm more worried about these new tires because I don't know. They were slipping a little. I was on the highway yesterday, and it was raining, but the tires. If you see that, I showed you that picture of the tires. I can show again. He greased them up to make them look new. That's like some kind of tire grease, wheel grease on them. Wheel wax, tire wax to make them look new, right? To clean them all up. And so that's partially why they're slipping, I'm sure, in the rain. I was slipping a little bit. Whenever I went over these metal dividers on the bridges and stuff, I could feel the car it would slip a little bit when it hit the metal. That's partially I'm sure it's partially the wheel wax and the wet. I'm not sure how they're going to perform perfectly when that wheel wax gets off and then it rains, and we'll see how they handle the rain then. But those the tires I had from the dealership, the used car dealership, those tires handled really well in the rain, actually. Didn't even slip too much when I accidentally gave it too much torque. Oh, gosh. Just give me a picture of my Leaf. I took pictures of it when I first got it. I'm hoping those pictures will be good enough where I can zoom in on the tire really well. Here we go. Let's try this picture. It's kind of a close-up of the rear end of the car. Oh, that's a video. Can't use that. I'm going to go for this one. This one's a little close. HDR. Double click and then zoom in. Oh yeah, I can zoom in quite a bit. No, but the tire's so black. I can't make it out. I have to get some kind of special software probably to make it out. I can't tell you guys right now. I'm thinking about going back to that guy. He's kind of a friend of mine, the guy that has a used tire shop. He probably still has the tires in the back of his shop. He hasn't thrown them out yet, I'm sure. And I'll ask him if he can get me the name and the model number for those. And then I'll talk to that guy. Ian. Let's see. I get about 27 to 30 miles, but I only have 8 battery capacity bars. Yeah, it's not a lot, but I mean, that still works for like, what, 40-50% of your trips out there. Like, you just need to go to, post office or a grocery store real quick. I can't imagine it being more than 10 miles away from your house. So, short trips, it still works. You can buy, I think you can, I don't know about America, but I think there is a new program where you can buy refurbished, recycled batteries, where they guarantee at least 89% health. They're like half the price of a new battery. So for about $3,000, you could have that car working good as new, pretty much. Have you thought about doing that, Mark, or are you just gonna run it till it can't run anymore and just ship it off somewhere and just sell? You could even sell parts. I know a lot of people, they strip their pieces out because, I mean, the inverter alone in those Leafs is worth a ton of money. I mean, the motors, they'll last forever. Somebody will buy the motor. There's like tons of really good stuff on your old Leaf that you can still sell to people. Drive shafts, U-joints, anything that's still in good shape, you could get rid of. You got the DC to DC converter. You got the AC. You got all that stuff. All those things, the cables. If you have you've got the Chatamo on it. Even the Chatamo, you never know, somebody might have had a pin break on theirs, and they just need to replace the socket, the Chatamo socket on their car. They would pay for a used one even, probably. So if you decide to get rid of your car, you might just want to part it out, basically. People buy doors. If you have doors without any dents in them, they're great for people that if they had an accident. You can sell a door for $100 easily. Like, the back door, I see these back doors go for like $200. The back hatch, if they're in good shape. The hood, because the hood on a 2012 and on, those are aluminum hoods. So if you have a hood that's in pretty good shape, like no dents in it, somebody might want a new hood so they can repaint it and have a hood looking good again. I mean, there's a lot of good sellable parts on a used Leaf. Very important for us, environmentally minded people that we'd like to recycle. We'd like to, why buy new when you can get a perfectly good working used one for less money, and it's also better for the environment, kind of. There's a lot of good stuff on those cars. The seats, if your seats are in really good condition, especially like if you don't use the back seats very often. Like, I don't use the back seats very often on my inbox. Right, because I don't usually use it. I don't usually use that car much, and when I do use it, I'm by myself or with my wife. So the back seats don't get hardly used at all. So if I was ever to hold on to that inbox for a long time, and somebody was looking for a back seat to that mall inbox, I could do that. I could part it out and make a ton of money off of this. In the condition those seats are going to be in, probably. So yeah, I will probably get a Bolt EV next year. You can get a used one from I was just talking to Old Soul Jim about that. And also the the i3s are getting very affordable in both America, and I found them over here now. If you're willing to buy a 2015 or 16 i3, you can get it for about $20,000 over here now. $18,000 to $20,000 for a used i3. The reason why is the 2018s and on, they have double the capacity, basically. They have double the range. And so the previous ones have, they're basically the same range as a first-gen Leaf. They're like, in America, according to Edmunds.com, 2015 i3 gets about 86 miles on a charge, something like that. 81 to 86, something like that. So it's basically the same as a Leaf, first-gen Leaf. So yeah, I mean, that's not a Bolt. The Bolt has way more range because it's a huge battery pack. And it's just, it's a gigantic battery pack compared to the i3. But I'm just thinking the i3s are also another good used EV for people that don't need a lot of, and if you have the range extender there, then bonus. Then you don't have to worry about that really. But, for me, and I use my Leaf. I can go anywhere in my Leaf with this because the speeds are so much slower over here. I can go almost 100 miles, basically 100 miles on 80% charge. Probably even with these new tires, I probably get close to 100 miles on 80% charge. So that's, for this small little country, it's more than enough to go anywhere. and even for long trips, I only have to charge like 2 or 3 times to get to my destination usually. So like an i3, a 2016 i3 would be fine for range for me. Of course, I'd love to have like a new Leaf or a Bolt. The Bolt's not even available in this country, so I never talk about it because it's just not even available. And I do like that car. I drove it when I was in America. Great little car, fun to drive. And the i3 is another fun car, a lot of fun, and with the new range, the new range on those 2018s and on, those new i3s are really impressive. They get about 200-mile range almost 200 miles. Over here they get a little over 200-mile range, about 220-mile range over here. So yeah, the i3s are really great, but the new ones are still 40,000 used. Too much. You know, like you said, the Bolt's even more range than that for 20,000 in America. Yeah, you're paying for that carbon fiber body on the 3, and you're just paying for the BMW name kind of too, probably. Let's see. Cut it in the winter, way too slow to charge. Yeah, I know. That's when I was using it. Yeah, I was taking a trip to visit my dad in the hospice from Seattle over to Portland, and I would charge just on the other side of it was on the other side of the river, not Vancouver. I don't think I wasn't in Vancouver, but just on the other side of the river, of the Columbia River. I would charge at a Walmart, and yeah, it was a long wait just to get to 80% on that thing. It was a long wait. I remember that. And it was expensive because, like you said, they charge by the minute, not by the kilowatt. Yeah. So yeah, yeah. But great cars. Fast track. Right. Gills, my Leaf takes an hour, so I'm used to it. Steve of Plug and Play EV drove 4,000 miles on his Bolt. Yeah. The Bolts they're great cars. They're for the money. Yeah, they're teeny. They are teeny. I mean, it's going from a Leaf to a Bolt. It's a little jarring. If you have an i3, it won't be so jarring. But a Leaf to a Bolt is a little jarring. A Leaf to a Tesla owner is like teeny. You know, if you have even a Model 3 going to a Bolt, you can't do it. You won't be able to do it. You won't be able to go from a Tesla to a Bolt. You won't be able to go from a Tesla to a Bolt. You just can't do it probably because they are the trunk is useless. The boot is useless. The back seats aren't too bad. The back seats are, you know, my daughter was quite comfortable in the back of that car. Of course, she was little. I didn't sit in the back. Yeah, it's a teeny car. It is a teeny car, but it's keepable. It's got great range. The interior is just knockout. If you get the white interior, it's a great looking car. I love all the LED accents on it. I love that it has a really nice sat nav in it, big display. For the size car it is, it's a big display. It's pretty cute on the outside. It's for a Chevy, it looks pretty good. You guys know I'm not a Chevy fan, but when it comes to EVs, they're pretty bulletproof. I mean, that's why my wife is totally anti-i3 because of BMW, and BMWs don't have the best track record for maintenance. But with electric, I think I told her I think I'm willing to go BMW with electric because the electric cars are just it's a different beast, and the hardware is pretty much bulletproof. Yeah, you can have software trouble, and I know Volkswagen is having a ton of trouble right now. That's why they're delaying the release of the electric cars because they can't get the software right. But that's a software issue, and they're just being idiots about it. But the hardware is pretty much bulletproof. You're not going to have a lot of maintenance issues with the hardware. Let's see. Mine charge as fast in winter or summer. Interesting. Chevy is giving $8,500 off a new Bolt. And 0% for 84 months. Yeah, because, this is a time to buy cars, kind of, because of what's going on with I won't say it because I don't want to get demonetized, but the thing going on right now, it's gonna make people out there, you would think, over here it's not doing a dang thing, because I tried, last week I went and tried to get a used EMV. I was trying to get a school bus. I found one for $16,000, a used one with only 11,000 miles on it. 11,000 miles, 2017, for $16,000. That car is 50 grand over here when it's new. But I mean, there's a lot of reasons why it's so cheap. The resale value drops a lot because the EMVs are finding out the EMVs, because they weren't made for electric. They weren't made for electric car, right? The battery pack. They don't do adequate cooling to the battery pack, so they tend to overheat a lot, and so the battery life is very short on an EMV. Plus, you get maybe in the summertime 2 to 3 charges max before you can't charge anymore. So you're limited on your distance you can go. Plus, they're made in Spain, and there's a lot of problems with those cars mechanically. Now, I was under warranty when I had the brand new one, and it wasn't a shop light. I changed the dry shaft 2 times. I had to replace the whole rear side window because it was leaking water, and it took. They said it was so stupid how they had to do it. They had to replace the whole window to fix the leak, even though it was coming from that little side window. It's got these little teeny side windows that open on the side, and the rubber wasn't perfect, but they couldn't just replace that part. They had to replace the whole dang window. So they're not the maintenance wise, they're not the most reliable cars. So there are reasons why the used one is going to be a lot cheaper. But I thought, wow, that's just a fraction of what I paid originally for the new one, and the miles are so low. Let's see if I can get it. And I try to talk the guy down a little bit more because of all the stuff I just mentioned, plus the fact that you don't get the all you want charging anymore. You have to pay each time to charge now on the cars now. The new charging system, the new charging plan for charging Nissan cars over here has changed, and it's pretty expensive now. So I said, can you come down a little bit? The running cost is higher than it used to be. Can you come down a little bit more? We are in the middle of a thing right now, and so it's not like I have an abundance of cash to put down on it. So you'd help a lot if you could come down like maybe another $1,000 on the car. And the guy just laughed. It was like, okay, well, we were this close. I mean, we're really close, but I wanted to keep the payments the same as my Honda, which has a higher resale value. I was trading the Honda in for that van, and the Honda's got a much higher resale value because it's a Honda, and it's a popular car. That Honda Inbox is the most popular car in Japan right now, basically, and so it's brand new. The car's got very low miles because I never drive it, and it's also kind of the unicorn of the Inboxes over here because I bought the 4-wheel drive version, and that's usually only in Hokkaido. And so around here, there are no 4-wheel drives. And if you get the 4-wheel drive, you get heated seats, you get heated mirrors, side mirrors, you get special glass, and the glass is actually made out of the same stuff that's in Rain-X, so you never have to treat the glass. It just the water just comes right off the windshield and the side windows, so your visibility is good at any time, any kind of rain. It's a really special car, and it's I got a top of line one for a K car. It was expensive. It's almost $26,000, brand new. And for a K, that's really, really, really high. Most Ks are between $12,000 and $14,000. And I bought top of the line, fully loaded, and it's got remote start and everything. And so I was offering him the trade-in of that for the van. Plus, I was gonna put some money down, but I just wanted to come down to another $1,000 on the van. And he just laughed. I was like, you were this close, dude. You were this close. But the payments, if you don't come down $1,000, my payments are gonna be a little higher than the Inbox, and I really don't want to do that. So, bye-bye. I just see ya. Yeah. いない。ちょっと待って。Hang on, guys. Julia, Grandma 呼んでるよ。今ライブストリーム中だから。Alright, so there, that's the whole story. I'm talking minus Kills, are you kidding me? Minus 25 degrees centigrade? That never happens over here. -5 happens once in a while. Our normal temp is 0, like wintertime temps, 0 to 3. That's cool for us, where I'm at. That's why 4-wheel drive, we don't get a lot of snow. I mean, we get a little snow every year, but not a lot, so. The Bolt is too small for me. Yeah. I am single, so the Bolt is okay size for me. Oh, Mark, you're single? I could have sworn you were married, but okay. Plug and Play EV on YouTube was leasing 2017, and now he has a 2022. Wow. Cool, cool, cool. Mark, he likes the Bolt. Mark's a Bolt fan, and I don't blame him. I drove it. It's a fun little car. What's nice about the Bolt is, especially like in Seattle area, with those hills and the tight, you got a lot of one-way streets and just things. You have a really good tight turn radius, so you can do U-turns real quickly if you need to just need to get the heck out of there and stuff. Like, I never did it, but there's been times when I was younger where I turned down the wrong way, going the wrong way down the street. If I was in the Bolt, it would have been not a big deal. Just do a real quick U-turn. I would have been going the right direction, The Bolt has a great turn radius. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, there you go. So I hope you guys had a good talk. If you like this stream, please give it a thumbs up. Help me out. YouTube has been very anti my channel lately. My videos aren't being recommended to even my subscribers. And like today, trying to get a live stream, one of my live streams got canceled before I even started it, saying it didn't even start. I didn't even start the live stream, and they said somebody complained about it. Somebody wrote what do you call it? They did some kind of complaint on my video. I didn't even start the live stream yet, so I'm getting a lot of hate from YouTube right now. So I really appreciate if you could give me a thumbs up if you like this live stream. I'm gonna let you go, guys. Family's getting restless. They want to come back out. I'm using the room. They want to be out here when I'm doing live stream. So I'm gonna get going. I had a good time with you guys, and I'll see you hopefully next week. Okay. Take care. Have a good week, and stay safe, guys. All right.